but we refused to go to real therapy.
So we started our own. Welcome to Tequila Therapy.
Cheers! There's no way I'm taking this.
Yes, you have to.
Oh.
We're on screen. We're on camera. Every time I take a shot, I wonder why we take shots.
Me too, because I don't know if you know.
You did it!
I really
so
did
proud
do
of
it.
you.
There's a little bit left over, but I don't know if anyone does this, and I don't know if anybody notices me do this, but when I take something like this, I'll hold the cup close to my mouth because I'm terrified that I'm going to spit. I'm going to go.
On that note.
Thanks for coming. This is what we hope to be.
Our first of many.
First of many therapy sessions.
This is painful.
Tequila therapy.
Tequila therapy, to be exact. Or do you want to introduce me and
Oh,
I'll introduce
you know what?
you?
Okay, yeah. So this is actually going to start off and it's going to take a while to explain. So my name is...
I don't like this
Drum
name.
roll. Elisha.
Drum roll.
Drum roll. My middle name is Ricky, and I go by both, and so many other variations.
Also, I met her like 6 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I was introduced to her as Rick.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until maybe a month ago, 6-7 years later, that she's like, I actually hate Ricky, I hate it. Like, she hates it. It's not news to you because it's news to me.
Yeah. I know. Well, because it's like I've been Elisha my whole life, and to be honest, like my family just calls me Lisha. I've grown up as Lisha. Everyone from school age like calls me Lisha, and then when I got to college, I started going by Ricky because
that's how
this
I
girl
met
couldn't
you when you
pronounce
were
my
in
name
college
because
or
she
just
was
graduating
like
college.
not from the U.S.
No, I literally met her as
Yeah.
Rick, not even Ricky. I met her as Rick, and
Yeah, Rick.
I have been calling her that. To be fair, I only
It's
call
not that
you
I
that.
hate it. I just
But I
like my
don't
first
talk to you and say like Rick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I say Elisha to
Yeah.
you,
Mhm.
but when I'm talking about you to other people, when I'm talking shit about you
Yeah.
to other people, then I'm like,
you know Rick. What a bitch. Yeah. And I was like, I didn't realize that I didn't like it until
I was calling you Rick, and you're like,
No.
I actually hate it.
No, it really was that when I met her family, I was like, well, obviously I'm introducing myself as I've introduced to everyone is Rick, but then obviously now this is a person that is now going to be my soon-to-be wife and family, and I'm like, well, my family
Also, like,
does not call me Rick.
when my grandpa was
At
making
all.
video, and he's like, Desire and Ricky, is that like
Desire.
Ricky? Like, thinking you're a man. And I'm like, no. And then I'm like, okay, no, it's Elisha and Des. And so he's like, oh, so did Rick, Elisha, and Des all come together? And I'm like, no, there's just two of them.
It's just me. I just go by
There's just
whatever
two
her
of
name.
them.
Anyway.
Oh.
Well, enough about me.
Okay, I'm Naomi. I'm a Leo. It's actually my birthday.
Your birthday month.
It's my birthday month.
It's a day before your birthday.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk about Naomi? Or when I found out that I have been saying her name wrong the entire time, and in her wedding
Alyssa
speech...
says it wrong too. It's okay.
Do you know that?
No.
Oh, I literally now have gone into it. I am in a downward spiral because I didn't know I said it in
To be fair,
my
like, I
speech.
don't actually, like, I care, but, like, I don't care.
Mm.
But, like, I am Hawaiian. My dad is Hawaiian, more Hawaiian than me. And he intended for my name to be Naomi, 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 because that's, like, the Hawaiian pronunciation of it. But I grew up with Caucasian people. So I grew up with my name being pronounced Naomi. And I don't know where these people get this idea, but this bitch over here has called me Naomi for our entire friendship. Literally called me Naomi in her speech at my wedding as my wife's bridesmaid. And yeah, here's the PSA to the internet. It's Naomi, not Naomi, not Naomi.
Honestly, I had no clue. Like, not even like a hint, because I was like, oh, I know about the Naomi. And so in my head, I thought I was saying Naomi, but
You thought?
I thought it. I swear, because then I was like, run back that footage.
No, babe.
Run back that footage. Do I say
No, babes.
Naomi? And then now I hear it.
Mm.
So like we'll be talking, and I'm like, oh yeah, Lauren, and I go to say it, and I go, oh my god, I've been saying Naomi this whole time, and I just didn't realize. And then I felt terrible because I was like, I'm the same way about my name, because even Elisha.
I'm pretty sure that's how it started.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
and then I was like,
you're saying my name wrong.
I was like, you're saying my name wrong, bitch. We've just both been saying our names wrong for 6 years, and just.
Well, here we are. And now I just call you Leisha, so I don't even call you Elisha.
Yeah,
I call you Elisha when you're in trouble.
Yeah. To be fair, I was telling my mom that. I was like, you don't say, like, you don't talk to yourself and, like, swear at yourself. Like, say,
yourself?
Like, I go, fuck, Elisha? Oh, when you do something dumb, you don't yell at yourself? No. Because I say, yeah,
I think you're the only one that talks to
if I do something dumb, I never call myself Rick, because I
don't talk to myself at all.
Oh. Really?
No.
Oh. I have internal dialogue that comes
like sometimes I'll like do something and then I'll like if I fumble or whatever it is, then I'll like laugh at myself.
Oh no.
But I'm not like
I go
I'm not like God damn Naomi.
I go fuck Elisha. And I'll say my full name too. Full government. Elisha Ricky Quintana.
No, babes.
Yeah.
Like I think that's just a you thing.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. Do you guys
do you
talk to yourself like that?
I thought everyone did that.
Not me.
Oh.
Do you guys talk to yourselves? You do? Like that? Like you say fuck Alyssa?
Yeah.
And you say Alyssa because you're mad at yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And I say Elisha. Like hard E.
Do you? Really?
Yeah.
If I'm not mad at myself, it's Liz. But if I'm like, oh, Alyssa.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
And then, because then when I do something like kind of like funny or whatever, like if I put it like on my Instagram story, I'll put Rick.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that seems like funny and playing off. But if I'm like actually like, God damn it, Elisha. Yeah, whatever.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You guys had to burp in the video, so
honestly, I didn't even
here
notice.
we are.
Okay. A shishi in the middle.
Well, do you want to talk about how we met?
You tell me, because when I try to tell a story, I see fumes come out of my ears.
Well, because you were a ginormous bitch. This is a rated R This is a rated X podcast.
Ew, X, that's porn.
Oh, rated R. Is it X? Is
yes,
that porn?
XXX is porn.
Well, not XXX, just X.
XXX is like hardcore.
Because I feel like we're a little more vulgar than just rated R.
Double R.
This is rated double R.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I think X that means porn.
Well, my version of how we met is that Elisha was a ginormous fucking bitch to me when I met her.
Go ahead.
It wasn't your fault that you were a bitch to me.
Thank you.
But does not erase the fact that you were a ginormous bitch to me.
POV, was I not being like a loyal friend and just trying to hold her to a better standard?
You were being a loyal
from the information
friend,
that I had.
That's yes. So the real villain in this story.
The real villain is your wife.
The real villain in this story is my wife. We broke up for, 7 months? 8 months? And then when we got back together, anyway, long story short, I ended up at, like, the same bar that they were at. And she was like, she Ubered me. That was her romantic gesture. She Ubered me to the bar that she was at 1 a.m. Literally, like, 30 minutes away from my house. I had already taken NyQuil. She fucking Ubers me to the bar 30 minutes before the bar closes.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, this is Elisha. Or she said Rick. Well, she's like, this is Rick. And I'm like, hi. And literally Rick looks me up and down and just like turns her fucking head.
My back is to her. Like,
I just want to punch you in the face.
I literally go, and guess where I...
You didn't even wave at me!
Yes, I did!
No.
Oh, did I just...
You literally just looked me up and down. No. Are you fucking kidding me?
Because I was channeling my mom.
No. Your mom is nicer than you, bitch.
Not when she... Well, okay, a story for another time, but when she met the first girlfriend I ever had, My dad is so nice, like, hugs, says hi. Yeah.
Well, for
Hugs,
good
says hi.
reason.
And she goes, my mom in Waikiki on the beach, she goes,
for good reason.
wait. Is that your story? Is that your version of, is that
Yeah, that's how
Naomi's
we met.
version?
And then, I mean, like, there was we left in the same Uber, the three of us. It was awkward. And then later on down the line, she found out the truth that my trifling ass wife was fucking playing sides.
Exaggerating.
And then once she realized, like, the truth, then she was like, okay, you're the problem, not her. And then we became friends. And here we are.
Yeah. And like, for sure, the tattoo convention.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like, when we were, like, sealing the deal.
Well, we were stuck together for fucking 6 hours.
Yeah. And
with
then
nowhere to go and no one else to talk to.
Sitting right next to each other. Arm shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if we didn't like each other.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like that was good for us.
Anyway, can I do my version?
How on earth is your version any different than mine?
I just want to defend myself. That I really did have some terrible information because
you did.
I became friends with your wife in your breakup.
Carefully.
In your breakup time, I know. During your breakup is like when we got close. So like all I heard were like the craziest.
I know,
like,
and I was.
Oh,
I'm not even lying. Like I was psychotic.
Yeah.
To be fair, hindsight, I bet you know now that it was.
No, I know. What do you mean
self-inflicted?
Yes.
Well deserved psychosis.
No, so I'm hearing terrible things this whole time, and so we're at this bar, and we're having a good time. It is literally almost closing, and she's like, "Hey, just to let you know, I'm Ubering her here," and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Are you serious? Like, you think I'm gonna have your back during this? And she's like, no, it's fine. I was like, it's not fine. Like, you're backsliding. Like,
yeah,
gross. And at the time, I'm being like crazy mean too to her. That's why she didn't even tell me until basically like you were stepping inside. She didn't tell me like, oh, I called her an Uber. She'll be here in 30 minutes. She told me I got her an Uber. She's walking through the door right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So then I do the whole like thing.
The whole bitch thing.
It's whatever. Blah, 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 blah. I'm rage texting her in the Uber ride.
We're in the Uber and Lauren's sitting in the middle.
I'm sitting in the front because I refuse to
in the
sit
middle
next to
and
her.
I'm on the outside. And we're both texting her.
Like, and I'm like,
why the fuck would you put us in this position?
The Uber is going to my house because her truck is parked at my house. And so I'm like, I don't want her near my house, blah, blah. Mind you, I live in a basement.
I was just about to say, it's not even really your house. It's like
a Chinese woman who lets me live in the basement for a very discounted price. It's all I can afford.
Oh my God.
Yeah, rage texting her. I'm so pissed. And then you guys like start talking, and then it was like the whole thing. And then she comes over, like tail between her legs, comes over and she's like, hey, because me and Naomi are like talking now. Yeah. And I was like, because I think probably because she was like, oh, it's starting to get serious again, and she's going to tell you the truth. So she comes over, and I can picture it perfectly in my head, and she's sitting at my little dining room table thing, and I'm sitting on the couch, and she's like, oh, well, she sent me screenshots that she saved from when we were together the first time. Let me read them to you.
I come
She
with
starts
receipts,
reading
bitch.
them, and I was like,
yeah.
And I'm panicking because we'll get into it.
If there's one thing I will ever fucking deliver, it is receipts.
Real therapy that I probably need is I have a hard time saying that I'm sorry. Only
I know.
Because I have a trauma.
We just had this conversation last night. I know.
I have a hard time saying the actual, because I don't like it being not heartfelt, and like I think in changed behavior, I don't like to hear words. I like to see action. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I'm sitting there listening to her read off these things. My nail is going to pop off. I keep hearing little cracks. Like right before an earthquake.
It's like a loose tooth.
Oh, God.
I can see it.
Anyway, so I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, and like more than like I'm mad at her that she's an actual dickhead. I'm like, yeah, fucking good God. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, I have to apologize, which I didn't.
Which she still has not 7 years later. For the record.
And I said I won't do it. I said what I fucking
said
because with the information that I had, I was being a good friend and a bitch and whatever. Mm. But Now, hindsight, I'm like, oops. Whoopsies. But this is why we talk about it. And then, like, yeah, 7 years later,
And
I have
this
not
is
dealt
why
with the
we
fact that I
have-
don't know how to say I'm sorry.
This is why we have tequila therapy.
Yeah, because the more drunk I get, then eventually you'll get
No, because
apology.
remember when you guys came for her birthday in November, and
Yeah.
me and you got drunk after the
Oh
wine
yeah,
tasting,
we were crying,
and we were like crying to each
in a closet. I was trying to help you
It
pack,
was
and it was
so. Yeah.
just weeping in a closet. So honestly, that is the best. You know what? Listen, I'm all for like real therapy and like go and get it when you really need it. Whatever. But I'll tell you what works. Plow me with some tequila, some wine, some anything.
Get me fucked up, and I will tell you what's really on my mind.
Yeah, that, and I'll talk through it too. I'll talk through it. I'll talk anything to death,
Yeah.
which is probably why we're here right now.
Yeah, that's exactly why we're here right now.
So whatever.
I mean, we've been doing this like in private for free,
Which is like, yeah, and then we're like,
years.
you know what we should do? Put it on the internet.
Put it on the internet.
Because we're already doing it.
Let's air out our dirty laundry for the internet, just
And
in
talk
case
about-
someone else can relate.
That we refuse to go to real therapy.
So we started our own. Welcome to tequila therapy.
Do we talk about like like what we were gonna name it?
We were supposed to name this podcast Hot Mess Hotel,
Express.
Hot Mess Express,
Hotel, any variation that you could
of
probably
some kind of hot mess, because
think of.
honestly, anyone who knows us in person is like,
cafe was on. Yeah.
like we are the epitome of hot mess.
I've been called a hot mess. Like, and I think it's a
That's
general
literally her
term.
name in my phone. Her name in my phone from the time I met her has been Hot Mess.
Mine's Nomi. But like GNOME.
Like a gnome.
Like a gnome. Nomi.
But it was supposed to be like Hot Mess,
Yeah.
whatever. But honestly, like after so many like FaceTime and phone calls where we're just like drinking tequila, and sometimes it's just the two of us.
Screaming at each other. Scream laughing.
Yeah. That we're just
Or
like,
scream crying.
and
It's kinda
sometimes, like most of the time, it's like all fun and games. But sometimes we get deep. Sometimes we have like conversations.
It takes a left turn quick.
It's, you know, and we're like, this is literally therapy for us because we
Yeah.
don't really talk to
Mhm.
talk to anyone else about this kind of stuff.
We talk to each other, but it's like only when we have enough liquid courage to
Yeah, I
get
think
beyond
also
the
like
ha 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 he he he's.
I don't know if this is like on brand for our signs. I'm a Leo.
Oh, I'm a
and
Virgo.
She's a Virgo, and so like I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if this is on brand for our signs or not, but like I hate being vulnerable. I like do not want to be vulnerable. I do not want to share my feelings. I don't want to cry in front of anyone. Like I like the thought of that, I would rather slit my throat open. So like the moment where we're like, I don't know, one too many tequila shots in, and then all of a sudden we're so emotional with each other.
Yeah,
It's like so weird.
it is.
So
That's actually, I guess that is like kind of on brand for both signs, because I think
I don't
When
really,
people,
I
like-
just know like Leo for me is like my extra side. That's
Yeah.
all I know about my sign.
no. I usually
And
tell people I'm like
Your
I'm
sign
a
is like
pretty
organized
typical
and clean and like
and very like precise to the
Yeah.
point, and I don't like to be very vulnerable because I just like I like to like observe
I
and
know.
wait. Okay.
I got your apology text. I know. Your apology text that was like an HR email. I know.
I'm so perfectly suited for HR. It's
You're
wild.
like that's your calling in life.
It should be, but do I want to do it? Absolutely not.
No.
Because it's like such a mess, and
Well,
then I
who
can't
the fuck
handle.
wants to work in HR?
I did for
No
a hot
offense to
second.
anyone that does want to work in HR, but like, who the fuck wants to work in HR?
Bless your heart, working in HR. I did it for all of like a second, and I hated it so much because I was like, this is too much.
Yeah,
And I also don't know how to not give my opinion,
yeah, same.
like personal opinion. I can't just be like, oh, I'm receiving your
I'm
fucking.
like, well, you know, I mean, like
complaint.
that's fine, but in my opinion,
but
or
were you being a
what
bitch,
I
or-
would do, or like,
or
I mean,
did you deserve to get hit?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Have you thought about? Is this your fault?
Are
I
you
don't
at
know.
fault in this somehow?
Do you have self-awareness? That's my problem. But yeah,
Oh my god.
that is true. I think out of like, hate when people are like, "Oh, are you like a super zodiac person?" Like, I'm like, listen, I don't.
I'm
like,
really not.
I'm really not, but I do think like I'm like, oh, you know what though? And a lot of people have told me, like, you're a pretty typical
like the
Virgo.
extrovert side of the Leos that I've seen, at least online, because like I really don't look into any of this, but everything aligns.
Yeah, I relate.
Give
pretty
me
hard.
the attention.
There's some that I'm
make
like,
it all about
Sana.
me.
Because I'm not. You're cleaner than I am.
Am I?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely not more organized because you guys have 2 dishes and I have 275
Oh yeah, because I can't
dishes.
handle clutter.
I can't handle
I'm not
clutter
a clutter
either, but I'm
person.
like, for some reason, well, also everything that we buy, like the bowls and the cups, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like everything we buy is in a set already, and it already comes in 4. And so I wanted just 4 plates, and this whole thing came in a set. 4 plates, 4 small plates, 4 little sauce dishes. And she's like, well, I want like plastic plates that are not so serious.
Well, we use paper
So
plates.
now we have 4, 8. I don't even know the math on that. And then we had 4 bowls, like the half plate, half bowls that we gave you guys for breakfast. Like, but plastic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, we have so many dishes and it's just the
That's
2
true.
of
I went
us.
to the pantry and I was like,
it's just the 2 of us.
I only have like a nice like set of glassware. And we don't even we use paper plates. We only pull those things out when like I'm really proud of what I made and I want it to be displayed.
Period.
And if you take a picture of it, like I want it to look nice.
That should be your meal every night.
Sometimes I just be making spam rice and eggs. I'm not gonna fucking put that on a glass dish that I have to clean. Or what is it? Not glass, ceramic.
Ceramic, I think. Ceramic?
Ceramic.
Is it ceramic?
Honestly, I don't know that. You know what I realized? I didn't know what porcelain was.
Oh, it might be porcelain. Sorry. She just got tattooed
and it's fresh.
Apparently she's being a little bitch about it. Don't even get me started. Don't get me started. What is tequila therapy and what are we going to cover?
Oh, I guess we kind of already talked about it. Like, really, we just enjoy talking to each other, but it's also super fun to drink, so...
So why not?
So literally, why not?
Like, this is literally our FaceTime call, but in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a great way to explain it. It's like, really, we're just taking our FaceTimes to the internet.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And we're just going to talk through some shit. We're going to talk a lot of shit. Probably.
Also, like, if anyone, God forbid anyone we know comes across this podcast, this is episode 1, and I will make this disclaimer in every fucking video. Do not watch this. Just in case.
Oh, actually,
I'll be talking shit about my mom, my brother, my grandma, my papa.
Oh, I can't wait to talk shit about my brother.
Talking shit about everybody. So I highly recommend, if you know us in person, don't watch.
Honestly, because also I'm gonna name drop you hard.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like,
because I don't care.
Let's use the name Kevin, and then I'm like,
immediately,
just kidding. Everyone
Anthony,
I know
my
is
dad's
named
name.
Kevin. Like,
Kevin. Yeah, no, I am actually horrified that we're on one end. I'm like, wow, I'm so excited that we're gonna do this and it's gonna be so fun and whatever. And then I'm like, I do not want anybody that I know to ever
like, I don't even want to advertise.
We talked about it. I was like, I want to post it on my story one time and then never again.
And never again.
I'm totally fine with people not knowing.
I'm shy. I'm so sorry. I'm shy. Don't watch me.
Don't look at me. I don't want the attention.
No.
But really, do I?
I think, like, me as a Leo, like, subconsciously I do.
Yeah.
But
the act of doing, we were
all
pumped,
the fact that we're doing this and there's 3 people in the room.
And I'm trying really hard not to make any sort of eye contact.
But I, like, low-key am like, talk to us. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because it would make it feel more natural, more comfortable. Yeah. Whereas, like, right now they're kind of just like a studio audience, and I'm not vibing with that. I'm not vibing with it at all.
I kind of need food. Maybe we should be like a guest.
Yeah, Alyssa's our guest.
Oh, but
she flew all the way here. Alyssa's our guest. But Honestly, this is just like sometimes all we do is talk shit, but sometimes we do go into like
touch on a lot of
relationships
stuff,
and
yeah.
like friendships and just, life in general. So
Mhm.
like hopefully at least something we say will resonate with someone in the
out
world.
there.
Like,
and I think
hopefully.
it would. Like, 'cause, like we we just think we're so relatable.
We think we're so relatable. We think we're so funny, which I think honestly we are.
Oh my, actually, okay. So like, besides like all the cute stuff, there, when Des was like, we were like talking about the podcast and all that other stuff, and or someone must have asked us, and I was like, my ideal situation. I know that my kind of personality, like, I want people around me to succeed so badly. I think I was like, I'm not suited to be the person in the front. I'm suited to be the person right behind them.
Yeah.
Pushing their little butts across the finish line. Because I'm like that with Lauren. I'm like that with Des.
100%.
Like, I'm just your number one fan. And then so we were talking about the podcast, and I was like, are we being for real? I was like, because my goal, when we were like, what is the goal of this? And I'm like, obviously it would be lovely for it to take off or do whatever. I was like, I have been saying for now 6-7 years, I think Naomi is perfectly suited for the public. Like, I'm like, if anyone were to get on a reality TV show, and I'm like, I think she is so funny, and I'm not even just like saying that like a little bit funny. No, like literally pissing myself. I think hilarious. Like, I'm usually kind of I'm loud. And I was like, and sometimes I just really just be like sitting back because she's going off and I am just enjoying everything. I'm like,
this is such a compliment. Thank you.
You're welcome. And so I'm like, if there's anything I can do to basically make her famous in any way, or just get her to the people, I'm like, I will do that. So yeah, am I gonna fucking talk on a fucking podcast and be mortified?
This is so awkward. Like, we feel horrible about this.
If you're feeling awkward,
perfect, because so are we.
Perfect. Because do you want to listen to this? I do not want to play this back. I'm actually thinking about it now. I'm like, I don't want to. We need to hire an editor because I don't want to hear my voice.
I don't want to hear a fucking word I'm saying. I'm mortified.
I am. We only took one
shot.
That's
our time limit. We're also supposed to take a shot.
Should we
close the video? Our bartender is going to bring us a shot. Thank you, my queen.
I can't wait.
Thank you, my queen. My Peter.
My Peter.
Baby big.
Baby.
I don't want to say it on camera.
Baby's fine.
Baby for the yeah. Honestly, also, it's kind of wild that we would base this all around drinking, and I am
terrified of taking shots.
Terrified. I just almost threw it back up. I like drinking, but I just don't like. It's like I like getting a tattoo.
Okay?
I hate staring at the needle going in my arm.
I know.
Oh. I can't wait. I actually can't wait for this to be over because I got to pee so bad.
Me too. Oh my god.
Gosh. Thank God there's 2 stalls, right?
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching our first episode. I'm not done yet. Thank you guys for watching our first episode. We hope you guys enjoyed it. And we hope that you guys will stick around to see what fucking hot messes we are.
What we get into, what we talk about.
Yeah.
And genuinely, hopefully
we help someone along the way.
Sort of. Who can't afford real therapy.
But again, disclaimer, neither of us are therapists or doctors or healthy-minded individuals.
You're not supposed to take advice from... Also, if you're taking advice from 2
girls who are drinking tequila on the internet, then you probably should seek actual therapy.
Seek... What's the one? Not Goodreads.
BetterHelp.
Seek better help. Literally.
Oh my god. But that's it for today's episode. We'll see you guys in our next session.
Cheers. I act like I'm gonna take it.
No, take it. Oh. Tequila?
No.